Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here doing a new Gunpla review. In today's episode, we are covering the Gundam G-Self from the Requesta in G. I want to say anime, but it could be an OVA. I'm not a huge. I don't know that anime, this Gundam season, from anything. I just know it has a really cool looking Gundam, and I went from there. So, I got this over the holidays, which was awesome. Specifically on Christmas, so always awesome to get a cool Gunpla for the holidays. Also, I got this really cool sign from one of my brothers for my birthday. It's a really cool sign, and I really enjoy it. Though the inside joke of it, the box had a dolphin on it, and me and my entire family thought it was a present with a dolphin model kit, and we were like, "Why a dolphin?" He was like, "Open the box," and that showed up. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I don't know why we all thought dolphin, but the box had a dolphin on it, and that's where all our lizard brains went. But yeah, so we'll talk about this. Let's get into the conversation about this really cool looking Gundam, and the little nods I think to other series was included on it. Maybe that's just my association of it, but I can see a little tributes to other seasons, or not. They were just kind of lazy. So let's get into it. Okay, this is the G-Self with everything that comes in box. You get two beam sabers. One, as you can clearly see, I already have in the hand. I do like how you can see the little notch and the handle. Two beam effect parts, one for each saber. You have three hands, two holding hands, and, well, two holding hands. One of them clearly right here. And the other one is the one trigger finger, which again, I find silly and stupid. Just make two trigger hands. Whatever. The ridiculous amount of color correcting stickers. And some of these are just not necessary. Like, some of these are, like, the blue here is supposed to go onto the blue in here. I don't see the point. It's blue already. Leave it alone. I get it. It's a slightly shade lighter. At least it's supposed to be. As you can see by the box cover contents. It should be a shade lighter, but when in practice, it's really barely different. So, Alright, before I get into the cool stuff, let's talk about the bad stuff. The hips here are not up to snuff. They always feel a little bit loose, and that bothers me, because, yeah, it can stand out on its own weight, which is always cool, but I'm always afraid that one full step and this is going to do the splits inadvertently and not get back up. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, that's my negative. Oh, be careful when bending the arms. If you bend it too much, the plastic will split, and I don't mean like break, it'll open the seam line in it, and it always looks bad. So I don't know if it's because maybe I built the arms wrong or because I rushed through it. I didn't, but if I did, that'd be on me. But if anyone else had the same problem, be careful bending the arm, just to give you all the heads up. A major problem here is the gun. Not that it's bad, but if you look at the box, let's get the cover here. Look, you have a blue line through it, yellow around the scope, and some orange in the middle of it. There's some white parts. And then look back at this gun. It is literally two hunks of plastic for the majority of the gun, and then you get the one for the barrel and one piece for the scope. You will have to paint this to be color correct. It's a pain. You mean you couldn't even throw a couple of stickers on for at least the scope? I pointed at the barrel, and I said scope. Right here, you could, like, some yellow, they can go right here. A little reddish dot to go right in the tip of that. Really? You couldn't spare that? Okay. Okay, so, what I'd say is a nice homage is the backpack. It looks like a slimmed down version of the Striker pack. I know it's not, but it really does have a close facsimile to it. I noticed that only when I was building it. Heck, even the port to enter the backpack is very similar. It's not exact, but it's very similar to the older version of it. But what I do like about this, and I think actually the new option pack allows you to do this, you can actually, look at that. You know how cool that is? You can slightly fold up the backpack to give more space, which is really cool. Oh, another issue I have, see this blue part here? That's the part right here in front that you're supposed to put the lighter sticker. It's not really held in. It's basically held in by dumb luck. I don't know who designed it and why, but it just looks ridiculous. You could have made that a little bit tighter, people. I love the design of the head. It looks really cool. And seeing that there's literally nothing around the shoulders, you can do the 360 with no problem. Sure, there's a lot of stickers, and you can see the seam. Even if you squish it down, so you may want to seal that up. But that's the thing. But yeah, as you can clearly see, the backpack can move. The wings can move. Again, really awesome. The shield is literally just held on by clipping it on. You can take it off. No big deal. This is the arm fully bent. This is the arm fully out. You get great rotation of the shoulder. But careful when doing that. Like I said, these things can pop off quite easily. Alright. That's the ab crunch. Not awful. We have seen worse. I do like the clear plastic on this. The good use of clear plastic. That's the leg all the way up. If we can move the knee out of the way, you get a little bit higher. That's the knee fully bent. Not happy with that. And you do get the splits, but again, please be careful. I'm not going to try to push it because I'm afraid it will break. Also, I did like how in the instructions you go from head to chest to waist, then the arms, and then the legs. It was kind of interesting, and I kind of wish more instructions did that because that's usually the way I build it. It's usually head, chest, arms, and then legs and waist. Preferably, I wish they did the waist first before you build the legs, but hey, that's just my preference. Some people like to build the legs first, and hey, if that's how you do it, that's how you do it. There is no... Technically, you can sound system it to do the weapons, but you don't have to. You can just slide it in. Say, slide in. Slide out. No biggie. But make sure the notch is facing outwards towards the knuckles. And again, this is a separate hand. So just pop it off. It's a ball joint. Nothing fancy there. So I have built, let's get to the summary, and wrap up. Oop, let me put the shield back on. You can actually connect it by this plug or this plug, depending where you want to present the shield. I like it on the arm like this, but if you want to face it forward, you can plug it in the same way and rotate it, or plug it into the back port and have it face the backpack. Either way, I can't control you. You do how you like it. So let's get into the summary and wrap up the review. So, would I recommend the Gundam G-Self? Yes, but also, with an asterisk, be cautious. Again, the hips are very finicky, and I'm constantly afraid you may want to thicken them up a little. If you really want to be cautious, thicken them up. Just for the safety net. Because they feel very loose to me. And originally, I will own this because I'm kind of an idiot. When I was building it, I kind of missed a step and forgot to put the plastic piece over the hip joint. And so when I first, I'm like, why is this so loose? And then I saw the pieces sitting still on the runner. It was the E runner specifically. I believe it was either I think it was E5 off the top of my head. I'm not 100% sure. But they were sitting there like, oh, those are supposed to go in the legs. So I'm thinking, okay, put them in, it'll be fine. Nope, still loose. So, be very cautious with it. Aside from that, and the arms, because again, if you bend it too much, it will split open. So, that's not great. You have a bunch of color correcting stickers for stuff that really doesn't need color correcting 100%. Again, the minute color difference between the green and the vent port things on the shoulders opposed to the plastic is just so minute it's not even necessary. The color inaccuracy of the gun just being one hunk of silver or gunmetal gray opposed to the other colors. You give me all the other colors, but you wouldn't give me colors for that. Okay, that makes sense. But aside from those, if those things don't bother you, I say get it. Sure, you need to do some color correcting. There's some stuff that you may and will need paint for. But aside from those minor things and the looseness of the hips, this is a great kit. I like it. It was a quick build. I got a majority of it built within like an hour. An hour and a half, maybe. That's both arms, the head, the torso, and the waist. It took me less like an hour and a half. So, this is a quick build, give or take. Maybe more if you're very more detail-oriented. Like panel lining and all that fun stuff. Which, it does have a lot of panel lining opportunities on. So if that's your thing, I say go for it. But I have a shaky hand as is, and I don't want to, mess it up. But, with that being said, you know my gripes. So, I would recommend it if you like the G-Self. Anybody from the Requesta in GE. If you like that series, I say get it. But they only started reprinting these guys, as far as I've noticed recently, since I was able to get the perfect version of it a while back, and now I finally got the original. I'm very happy for that. So, I got this for a Christmas gift, but it is available with last time I checked, they may have changed in the last couple of days, but it is available with our friends at Galactic Toys. So if you want one for yourself, check them out. With that being said, I got the Master Grade Mobile Suit Jin from Gundam Seed because Bandai refuses to reproduce the high grade. And all I have, the closest thing to I have that is my high mobility Jin, I want to say, the Quell? That's the name. Was it the Jin Quell? I feel it isn't, and it's going to bother me now. The Saigu. That's it. The Saigu high mobility type, but they won't give me my regular Jin and any other variants of the Saigu, the Quell, the Jin Quell. Why do I keep saying Jin Quell? Because I'm thinking the Jim Quell. Wow. The Saigu, all the other variants of those guys. I'm like, you won't give me that, but I'll take the 1.5 billion reincarnations of the Strike. Or the 1.5 billion reincarnations of the Granddaddy Gundam. So, yeah, that's a thing. But, that's me venting and ranting. I have no idea what next week's episode is going to be on. Maybe the Master Grade, maybe the Glacier, or the Zaku 3, or any of my massive backlog. I'm really going to get into those. So, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. If you've been here from the beginning, thank you for sticking around for so long. You guys are amazing. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.